Hello, everyone. Tom Efsakov here. Welcome back to another interview. I'm here with a guest, Neil Napier, a good friend of mine. We've been working together for many, many years now. I'm really excited to have him here to talk about. I'm not sure if it's a new opportunity, but it's definitely a big opportunity that wasn't really. Neil will explain exactly, but we are talking here about the potential of selling courses. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to selling courses, like, whoa, how do I get started? Do I need to create content? Do I need to create courses? Should I be an expert? Is it really worth all that trouble? Is it a lot of trouble? So that's what Neil is going to show us today. He's going to show how easy it can be. So Neil, welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Thanks, Tom. Happy to be here. And, one of the key reasons why we wanted to do this particular product was because I myself have sold many courses before. We've helped a lot of our students sell courses as well. So it's something that's quite near and dear to me.
Awesome. So tell us about the potential of
Sure.
the courses.
Sure. So as I was talking about my students, over time, we run a platform called Kyvio, and our customers have over time documented at least over $1 million in sales selling courses alone.
Mm-hmm.
And, with everything that's happened in the last year and a half or so with lockdowns and everything, the whole move towards digital consumption has gone up. I mean, even schools are being conducted online now. Like you never could imagine that happening. But right now, the entire digital market has moved forward by 5 years. So I find ourselves at a time now where as long as you have something to share with the world, if you do that, people will follow you, they'll engage with you, they'll turn you into an influencer, and you will get paid for it as well. But there is a misconception I want to correct right now, because a lot of people feel like, hey, I'm myself going through a lot of courses right now. I don't think I can create a course. Like, I'm not at that level yet. But what people don't realize is it's like almost being in the forest with a stranger and a bear chasing you. You don't have to run faster than the bear. You just have to run faster than the person next to you. Yeah. And, dissipating, like giving away education is the same thing. You don't need to be an expert at what you're doing. You don't need to be as good as Tony Robbins to talk about motivation. You just need to be good enough so you can give it your own perspective. You'd be surprised, even my daily habits, for example, they may not appeal to 90% of the people, but they might appeal to 10% of the people. And that's who I'm going after. So as long as you have something to share with the world, I think you should package that up in a course and, tell others about it.
Okay. And what about people who don't want to create a course or don't know how exactly, or still, what you said did not convince them? What would you recommend?
I get that. No, I completely get that. It's not something that everyone wants to do when they think about building an online business. Like a lot of people want to do affiliate marketing or just agency things. But I also look at courses as a way to passively make money. And that works doubly well if you can actually use pre-recorded videos or PLR content, for example, and turn that into a course. For example, with what I'll talk about soon, we actually have the ability for you to just take your PLR PDF, like any PDF, for example, even a blog post, and then convert that into audio-based content that you can then let other people consume as part of your course. And to me, as long as you're driving, 2 to 5 sales, even let's say a week at $97 a piece, $100 a piece, you're still making close to a couple of $1,000s a month without actually doing full-time work into this. So to me, it's all about building that side hustle, that passive income, using things like PLR or Creative Commons videos on YouTube to create your courses. So yeah.
Awesome. So obviously we're going to talk about this app that you have here. People that actually watch my videos know exactly that I'm here to promote stuff. So that's not a problem at all. But I do want to talk about the potential. So as I see here on the actual numbers, I see here on the sales page, like the e-learning market is projected to be worth 325 billion. Obviously, that's a big pie, and even a small piece of it will be awesome. Now, realistically, right, a person starts, creates a course and starts publishing it. I imagine, I think Udemy is for that as well. What would you say about Udemy as compared to what you have today in terms of like
Udemy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Udemy is quite good. I like it. I think it's a very good place for people to get started. But there are a few complications with Udemy. They're quite strict on standards. I mean, that's not a bad thing. Like if you definitely have full-time work, if you have audio equipment like I do,
Mhm.
or video equipment like I do, you can do really well on Udemy. But the problem is they restrict you in a lot of ways. They take away your freedoms. Like, they will force your product to be sold at like $10 or €10 in my
Okay.
case. So they do that, and they do that to get more sales, right? That's what they say.
Mhm.
You can list the product at $200, but we'll sell it at 10 if you want to. So you have no control over the pricing. They don't even give you the leads. In fact, you are strictly told by Udemy not to try and extract that lead. Now, you can,
Oh.
of course, put some incentives in your course to extract that lead, but a lot of people struggle with that as well, and they get banned by Udemy because they put a link to an opt-in page inside their course. So again, Udemy is a great platform if you just want to upload your high quality course somewhere and sit back. But like we just discussed, a lot of people don't have the high quality courses that they can create, especially in the beginning. A lot of people don't want to be restricted by other platforms as to how they can sell and what they can sell at. So what we have is a little bit different. And I want to emphasize this too. We have looked at courses for a long time, and there have been a lot of membership site platforms as well, and we have one as well. It's called part of Kyvio. It's
Mhm.
called MemberViewer. But what we found was lacking with courses previously was that with a lot of courses, the completion rate was really low. So let's say if you were to get 100 people buying your course, and of
Mhm.
course you're happy because you get paid and you don't really care. But out of those 100 people, only 10 might finish that course. And again, it's has zero impact on you, or so you may think. But what actually happens is that if 90% of the people don't complete the course, they're not going to tell others about it. Like you never tell
Mhm.
others about something you didn't complete, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
You talk about positive stuff. So number one, your word of mouth sales would be low. Number two, these 90% of the people won't come back and buy something from you because the only thing they remember is that last time they paid for something, they didn't consume it. So
Mhm.
we've been working on something to essentially take that 10% completion rate to even as high as 50 or 60% completion without any extra effort on your part. And again,
Mhm.
that's good because not only does it get you word of mouth sales from these 50, 60% of the people, but it also gets them to keep coming back and buying more things from you. Could be affiliate
Mhm.
offers, could be other products, could be even high ticket coaching if that's what you're doing. So Coursium, again, I want to emphasize, is not a membership site software. Our focus isn't that. Our focus is how to get your customers to actually consume your content, and so they
Mhm.
keep coming back for more and more. I'll give you another example here. So one of the complaints, like I've sold courses for $497, and I have a lot of Spanish speaking customers as well, and they've come to me and said, hey, if you can do translation in Spanish, for example, I can then buy the course. And I'm like, I
Mhm.
can't, that's not possible until
Yeah.
now. Now it is possible to present the same course in both English and Spanish with Spanish translation. I think there's actually a bit of dubbing option available too. Of course, it doesn't sound like a native Spanish speaker, but it's enough for people to still feel like, hey, I'm getting value for money for when I pay
Mhm.
$497, even though I don't speak English. And that's something we're going after as well. How to get people to consume content and how to get them to consume content in more languages.
And at the same time, you guys take care of the whole process, the initial process, the newbie friendly, I guess, process, right? So what I
Yeah.
like about this, really, from what you said, is that you guys focus on what really matters, right? Like you said, the bigger problems. I mean, yeah, anyone can get a PLR and list a course, but getting people to complete it, getting the leads, all that, all those different things, the translation, these are big problems. So what I know, people watching this right now, they came here with the idea of, I want to check this out and see how this is an opportunity for me to make money relatively easily without being an expert, right? Something, because it is kind of a new venture. So you guys take care of that beginning phase, but you really focus on those big problems that they won't find solutions to anywhere. So that's amazing. I love that. How about we see it in action? Is it possible?
I don't have everything set up at the moment, but if it's okay, I'll
Oh,
send you a demo video and we can play that if that's all the same.
oh yeah, yeah, sure, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
I'll play that. I'll send them, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Awesome, because I really wanted to see it
I
in
know, I
action.
know, I know, I know that. But there is one thing I want to mention as well here that we do actually. So I said earlier that membership site isn't our focus, and that's absolutely the case. But what we do have are password protected pages, which is important because when you publish a course online, you don't want to make it open so anyone can come and downloaded. That used to happen to me in the beginning, where I would publish a course and I just put it on a WordPress page, and turns out that it gets shared on black hat sites and everyone can watch it. But now you can actually password protect your pages. So when someone pays via PayPal or Stripe, for example, you can just go ahead and deliver them access to the entire course through a protected media. And that's, again, a really, really important thing as well. So we have that capability too.
Awesome, man. I'm curious about the process for my customers, for people who are watching this. What would be the process? For example, you can imagine who are the people. They're affiliate marketers, that kind of stuff, opportunity seekers, SEO marketers, stuff like that. Now they want to start this new venture. And since we don't have the demo here, that's not a problem. Let's create a user journey. How it works.
Let's do that. So one of the key things I emphasize people is to not waste months and months of time creating a course and then finding out that, hey, no one's going to pay for it, or it's missing this important thing. So what I tend to do is I tend to sell the idea first, and then see if it has legs or not. And again, people might find like, oh, but that's kind of scary. But I'll tell you this, if you can't sell the idea, you're going to struggle to sell the finished product. Like, a lot of people delay this because they're like, oh, but what if people don't buy? What if people don't buy? Let me create it first, and then hopefully they will buy. I don't want you to make that mistake. So I want you to sell the idea first. And selling the idea is really, really simple. You can even start by making a simple Facebook post like, hey, this is what I'm good at, or this is what I can do when I'm thinking about creating a course. Would you like to get an early copy? I mean, I literally paid for a course yesterday. I paid $37, and the guy said I'm going to deliver it live. After that, it's going to be $97. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll buy it at a $60 discount. So I did that myself. And I love it because it's low risk on your part. Because let's say if you were to collect a few payments of $37 and you're like, you know what, this is not really worth it, you can just pay them that money back. That's fine. But what works in this case is that you sell a few copies early on, even 10, 20 copies, and then you go at creating a course. So what I would do in that case is, if I'm the subject expert, I would go ahead and set up a Zoom session or even a Facebook Live in a closed group, and I would record the entire thing live. Now, the cool thing is we actually have integration with Facebook and Zoom and Google Drive and Dropbox. So once that session is done, we can extract it. We can put, translations, and even, doing the dubbing in different languages. And that way you can go ahead and start selling to other places. But even if you didn't want to deliver it live, what you could do is, again, going back to PLR, going back to Creative Commons, is you could leverage the content that already exists out there. So for example, I would tell people like, look, I'm going to bring together top 20 pieces of content on SEO marketing for local businesses. Now, these are not videos that I've created. These are videos by other experts, but I'm going to bring it together and I'll explain to you how this all works together. So you sell them on that, $37. And what you do then is you go scour YouTube for Creative Commons videos, which means that you have permission to use them for free. And then you basically take 20 of the top videos that you find and you kind of put them together. And then with one video, you explain how this video is important and what this one will cover and so on and so forth, or at least a little bit of text underneath each, And again, because you are taking these videos, what you're doing is you bring them into Coursium, and within Coursium, you activate the translations, you activate the transcription. So with that, your customers actually have more stickiness to the video. So they're not just watching the video for the sake of it, they're actually reading the transcription alongside, they're making sure that they are understanding what's being discussed. So that's what you would do as, I guess, step number 2. Once you've sold a course, you would create it. You can create it yourself, or you can collect videos either from PLR or from YouTube Creative Commons, and you put them together on a page. Step number 3 would just to make sure then you can deliver that. So of course, if you're collecting money up front, you may want to deliver this manually later, but once you automate it, the delivery happens automatically as well via emails. So it is a really simple process. And like I said, what we are focusing on is speed of delivery. I don't want you to be bogged down for 8 months. I mean, I say that because one of the first coaching students I worked with many, many years ago, he had spent $8,000 getting a course created. He had spent, back then, the Doodle VSLs were quite expensive, so he had spent $3,000 on that VSL as well, and he had no revenue to show for it. He was really hoping that he would at least break even so his wife wouldn't, get upset at him. So with that in mind, my focus is speed to market, and this is how you do it. You go out there, sell an idea, and again, like I said, if you are thinking like, I don't want to sell an idea until it's ready, well, you're not going to sell it even when it's ready. That's just not how it works. So you sell an idea, you create the course afterwards. And the thing is, if you find that, hey, you know what, I'm getting crazy amount of sales for this, I want to up the value, of this course. Then eventually you can create it yourself. You could just hire someone else to create it for you as well. But this is a good way to get started right now.
First off, I love that you give a lot of free advice right now on this call. I mean, you talk and you don't filter. I love it. That's the point. That's the best way. I'm sorry, not webinars. The best interviews that I have is when you sit there and you actually give some advice and freely, and people can use it. So amazing value. And the second thing I wanted to mention, like you said, the people need to either find a PLR or something like that. I have that covered in my bonuses. Part of my bonus package, you guys can check the whole bonus package below on the bonus page, but part of it is the ability to I'm giving you 100 premium reseller products. You can use reseller courses. I'm sorry, you can use 100 premium ones, high quality, all that stuff needed. You can use that as well to get started. If you don't, it's not PLR, it's resale, it's high quality, it's really good selling products. So you guys getting this and a few other bonuses you can check, but this takes care of this part for anyone who has been wondering that maybe, that stuff. So Neil, how much is it going to cost, the Coursium?
So the price is going to be about $47 when it opens up. I believe there is going to be a discount. I'm talking to the team to make sure there's a $10 discount. So it'll most likely be $37 during the early bird phase. Yeah.
37 is a good price. Yeah. And I'm obviously gonna put all the discount, all that details on the bonus page. So Neil, let's talk about the OTOs. I'm feeling like I'm really missing the demo. It's okay.
I know, I apologize for that.
I love that. I wait for that, but no problem.
It's all ready. I just don't have prepared for me. I mean, as I said earlier before we started, I'm still on paternity leave.
I know. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks.
Congratulations.
You too.
Yeah. We're both fresh parents. Well, I'm a fresh parent. You're to a second child.
Sure. Yeah. Second child.
Yeah. So let's talk about the funnel. I imagine there are optional upsells.
Yeah, there are optional upsells. So with the main offer, you can do up to 100 videos for your e-learning course, and each video can be up to 25-minute long, for example. So with the upsell, we remove that restriction. We give you unlimited video storage, so you can have unlimited videos. Same with audios. You have unlimited player languages as well, and you have unlimited video or audio pages too, if that's what you want to create to sell that. I mean, the good thing is, by the way, that whatever. So when you bring in the videos to us, so you host the videos with us essentially, because that's how we create the transcription, translation, and all those things. So when you put them with us, you can embed the same videos in another membership site that you have. So if you have, let's say, Everlesson, Kajabi, Teachable, Kyvio, whatever, you can just take that video, put that into that membership, and it still functions. Because our key goal, like I said, is to help your customers consume your course more, so they continue to buy more from you. So we have that feature. So with the unlimited upgrade, we basically just put everything on unlimited. There's no limit on the length of videos, no limit on number of videos, no limit on number of pages. And that's going to be $97 a year or $197 for a one-time price. So two options there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. The limited version. Then we've got the business version. So if you wanted to kind of turn this into a service for other businesses, you could do that too. We give you done for your website. We give you team member accounts. We give you I think with the business website, you get like a payment button built in, testimonials in there already ready to go. So it's kind of like plug and play website. So you can go to your prospect and say, hey, I can do the same thing for you that I've done for myself or that you see over here. And then you can sell them that as a service as well. That's going to be $59.
Okay.
So,
yeah, it's a good price.
Simple price. The next one we have white label and agency upgrade. So what you can do is you can remove the Powered by Coursium branding. You can rebrand the dashboard. You got full customization with company details and colors as well. Plus you get additional team member accounts as well as client accounts. So you get up to 200 client accounts with the agency white label. And that way, it's a pretty good system to just go out there and offer this to your clients as a ready-to-go account, rather than having to put their videos in your account and it gets a bit messy. You can just create their own account for them. So that's the white label and agency license, and that's $147 or $197 depending on which option you go for.
I think that's a good price. I mean, I thought it was going to be more expensive because they are stripping you from the branding and stuff like that. Good price, and that's it. That was the third. Perfect.
That was the third. Yeah.
Finally, a nice short funnel. You know,
Yeah.
I had an interview, I don't remember when, but like 6 OTOs, and it's like, yeah, I mean, they're optional, but like six,
Yeah.
you know.
That part itself takes too long. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. So I like the prices. I like the OTOs, obviously. So who would who would um who would want, or who would need, or who would benefit from each OTO?
Sure. So I think so. I'll just explain. With the main product, of course, we've had a lot of PLR buyers interested in this
Yeah.
because they can convert the PLR into this. People like me who create and sell courses also would like to use that. Anyone who's into coaching, for example, will want to use this as a front end to get people into their funnel, for example.
Hmm.
So front end's good for all of them, right? But when it comes to the upsells, of course, with the unlimited one, it all comes down to giving you more. So it just comes down to, do you just want to publish one course, or are you going to publish a course every 2 weeks, every month,
And
even if it's
also,
like, yeah,
how much money you're gonna make eventually. I mean,
yeah,
you can scale more with the unlimited, obviously.
exactly that. So it's exactly that. I mean, as always, we do this with all our products. Once we do close out the launch, our prices do go up across the funnel. We do get people kind of complaining like, hey, I thought I had more time. So just FYI, the price on this will also go up. We'll remove the one-time option after the launch is done. It'll go up to $197 a year. So in that, it's a really good price, right?
Mhm.
And again, if you think that in the next, say, 6 months or so, you're going to publish 2, 3, 4 courses, or you're going to have repeat buyers coming in, no limits in bandwidth, for example, you're going to find this really, really useful. You're going to find the
Mhm.
one-time upgrade really useful, and I would strongly advise on that. So yeah, with the business and agency both, they are relevant if you want to turn this into sort of a money-making opportunity as well. And let me explain like this. A lot of people who, like, we don't have reach to everyone in the world who's kind of buying Coursium. So we reach to, I think, limited number of people at any given time. So there's a ton of people out there that haven't seen Coursium, that don't know what it does, and we will never be able to reach out to them just because of limits on our time and money. So
Yeah.
if you know people that could be interested in this, then what you could do is you could invest in both business and white label plus agency, so that you have an ability to go out there and sell this as a service, but also just create sub accounts for people, create accounts for people so they can use Coursium as is. And you can charge whatever price you want on that. You can offer that as an add-on to you actually creating and structuring their course. So you have a lot of people in our customer list as well who create courses for other people. If you're one of those, you could use this as well. I mean, you could simply say to them, like, look, I'll get your course translated into Spanish. Simple,
Hmm.
no cost to you. And I
Yeah.
think, you just pay like 47 a month for access to this platform, and that's good enough as well. And again, you don't have to hire translators. You can just come and upload the video, we'll do the
Hmm.
transcription, we'll do translation, it's all done. So
Hmm.
that's kind of how the whole process works.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much. You've been answering so professionally and so, out the bat. So awesome, man. So
Cool.
I really, really think we covered pretty much everything. As you know, we're both a little bit tired. You're on kind of vacation, because of the newborn, and I'm just pretty much dead. And, and I mean, it's a great product. I really wanted to see the demo live, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. No problem.
Yeah.
I think people watching this interview, just seeing you talk, just seeing what you say, listening to the advice, I think they don't need a demo to see that it's backed up by a high quality person and a high quality company. But I'll send them anyway so they can see how it works.
Dude, yeah.
Now, to close this off, I see there are obviously many benefits, not just to Coursium. Obviously, we know Coursium is the best, but many benefits to selling courses um, with Coursium. And any, before anything, do you think we missed anything in terms of the benefits, in terms of maybe the wide appeal of this?
I think, again, what I would emphasize here is that it really is a good time to make inroads with digital education. So if you haven't yet created a course, or if you haven't created something that you're often putting out in front of people, I think this is a really good time, because let's face it, this COVID thing isn't going away anytime
Mhm.
soon. People are going to be lockdowns for longer than we thought they would, which means that there is more appetite for online consumption, for digital consumption. So really, if you've been putting things off, saying like, hey, not this time, I'll do next time, not this time, I'll do next time, I would strongly advise you to just go out there and use this, put out your first course and see what the reaction's like. And I can tell you, if you get, 5 people instead of one, going through your course, consuming it, giving you positive feedback, testimonial, you can leverage that to then get more customers in the future as well, making your life easier with this. That's what we want for you.
Awesome. I love it. I really love it. And I'll tell you the truth, I didn't think I would be excited about a course launch. That's a personal note. I mean, these products usually don't really excite me, but you guys, first off, you focus on the right things. 2, you have all that done for you stuff. I mean, to get started quickly. I have obviously the bonuses for you as well, which is gets it even faster, the whole process. Good, yeah. But I mean, you have it all figured out. It seems like a great offer, great pricing. You have a refund guarantee. You have a beautiful sales page. You have everything a person needs to make a decision. I hope they'll make the right decision, not just because of my bonuses. Even if you guys decide not to buy from my link and you want to buy for someone else, I'm sure you will find this interview, valuable. And man, Neil, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming and introducing this.
Absolutely, I'm happy to. It
was a lot of fun. Thank you so much. Anyway, final words, any final words before I click this?
Keep creating, keep selling. That's all.
Awesome. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.